Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Talking Bits, the show where I take you behind the scenes of SchloerBITS and share with you all of my DIY video production tips and tricks. Today is very exciting because we have our first viewer question. Yay! How exciting! This question comes in from Donna. She asks, how long does it take you to do a video? Do you spread it out over several days, doing a little at a time? I assume yes, since you have a toddler. What sort of size chunks do you break it into, and other time management type questions? Thanks, Donna. That's a great question. So basically, my process with SchloerBITS is that I have an idea for a bit, I write the bit, I film the bit, I edit the bit, I upload the bit to YouTube, Facebook, anywhere I'm gonna put it out into the world, and then I add captions, and I do a custom thumbnail. So this whole process, I have done this in as little as a week, but I really prefer to take a little bit more time with it. I like to take, especially with the writing and the editing, I like to write a bit and then let it sit for a couple of days and then come back to it with fresh eyes and go, oh, well, this needs to be tweaked, or oh, this whole part just doesn't work, or well, whatever. And I also like to do that with the editing part. So when I'm in production on SchloerBITS, I usually have at least one or two bits in each stage of the process. I usually have way more that I'm writing, or just that are ideas that I'm not even sure they're gonna turn into bits yet, but I'm batting them around. I'm not sure where they're going. I usually have a couple that I'm ready to film, and I'm just trying to figure out, which day is best for me to get things done, depending on my schedule that week. And then I have a couple that I'm editing and doing that process of okay, I have a cut of it, but I need to let it sit, and then I need to think about music, or I need to think about how to get this joke to just land a little bit better, things like that. And then I have a bunch that I'm doing the final touches on, doing the captions, doing the final thumbnail for getting ready to post, getting ready to schedule, things like that. I usually have a bunch that are at various stages of the process, which is great because, as you mentioned, having a toddler, I don't always have a whole lot of time in my day to just devote to SchloerBITS. I usually can get about 2 hours in the afternoon while he's taking a nap, and what's great is that 2 hours, because SchloerBITS are so short, I can get an edit done, or I can get the captions done, or I can get the captions and the thumbnail done on something. So there's always something I can get done. Ultimately, though, you have to find a production process that works for you, because you know your schedule, you know where your strengths and weaknesses are in terms of if you're really good at filming things and you can get that done really fast, or if you're really good at editing, you get that done really fast. Maybe you adjust your schedule depending on what your strengths are. And also, it's gonna change over time. So my first season of SchloerBITS, with all the ones that I did with the car, the hands-free episodes, I would film one during the day, and that was it. But this season, I know that I can, because the setup doesn't change, I know that I can film 2 or 3 maybe. Your process is gonna change and evolve as you make things, and as you learn, and as you figure out what you're doing. Yeah, it's gonna change. And let it change, let it evolve, let it change. It's gonna be great. You're going to do a great job. Trust me. You're going to be great. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to send me your questions about SchloerBITS and DIY video production to schloerbits@gmail.com, and I will be sure to answer them. And be sure to tune in every Tuesday for a new Talkin' Bits. Thanks, guys. Bye.